Hi, I'm Annika and welcome back to Art to Wellness. Today's theme is embracing yourself. As humans, we express our identity in a lot of different ways, whether that be from playing a sport, to enjoying a hobby, or just the roles you take on every single day. It's important that we take time to acknowledge these little bits of ourselves because in the end, they make us us, and we couldn't be ourselves without the things we enjoy and the things we identify with. Today we're going to be making a drawing based on this idea of self-expression and self-identity. We're going to be drawing a self-portrait and surrounding it with things that make you you and positive things that you enjoy. I am drawing on an iPad, but feel free to draw along with me. You can use any material, whether it be markers, colored pencils, or normal pencils. And let's get started.
So we're just going to start our drawing here by drawing a little sketch. And the way I did this was I looked at my face and I tried to trace the shape that my face was. So I have kind of more of an oval face, so I decided to go with that. Next, you're going to draw these guidelines where there's a line for the eyes, a little circle for the nose, and a line for the mouth. We're going to draw this in a portrait form, so we're going to surround it by a box. I'm not entirely sure how to explain this, but I drew a nose kind of with like two parentheses and two little dots. I drew my mouth with a smiley, like just a normal straight line, and just kind of surrounding it by two larger almost parentheses shapes. And then with my eyes, I just drew like two little crescents, and I drew a little circle underneath for my iris, and then I started filling it in and connecting it. For my eyebrows, it's basically just like a standard eyebrow shape. It's like a straight line, but it curves down at the end. And now I'm moving on to my hair, which is pretty straight, so I decided to not go too crazy with it. But I did decide to make it go outside of the frame because, we don't just fit in one box. So I wanted to try to show that I'm more than me. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So for this part, I decided to start tracing myself, and basically we're just gonna follow the same exact guidelines that we drew while we were sketching just now. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go in with other colors later, but this is just what I decided to go with. And drawing my neck, and I'm shading in that area where it would be like a darker color hair. But yeah, and now I'm switching to a slightly skinnier pen, and I am tracing my facial features because I don't want them to be too like bold and too thick of a pen. I'm giving myself eyeliner just because, and I hope you understood how to draw these various features of the face. I know they're definitely challenging, but don't get discouraged. Honestly, the best way to practice is by just looking in the mirror and trying to sketch what you see, because this might be how I draw my face, but my face looks different than your face. And yeah, so that's our finished ink. And now, with your favorite color, draw the frame. And now I'm going to color in my skin tone. I am kind of pale, so I went with like a more peach color, but you go with whatever color you think is best for your skin tone. And I'm trying to avoid the whites of the eyes because I want to leave those white for later, and I don't want to have to erase it, especially if some of you are drawing this on paper. I know it's really hard to erase things and try to make white go over it. I'm also avoiding my eyebrows, but honestly, you don't have to do that. I just wanted to make them a darker color than my skin tone. Just coloring in my neck, and now we're going to move on to the hair. I decided to color over this frame that we drew earlier. You can definitely make it go around the frame or anything, but I decided to have the darkest parts of my hair be at the bottom, and then slowly have like slightly more lighter blonde near the top of my head because that's how my hair is. And here's like a slightly more lighter blonde. You might not be able to tell, but I just thought it kind of added more depth to the portrait. And my hair is kind of messy always, so I have these little like pokey bits that are always flying out. I am coloring in my eyebrows. I have darker eyebrows, but if you have lighter eyebrows, you can draw them a lighter color or a darker shade. You can draw thicker or thinner eyebrows, but this is just how I decided to draw mine. I'm giving myself eyelashes, and now we are moving on to the mouth. Once again, you can draw this any shade. The great thing about self-portraits is that they truly show you, and they're so unique. Next, we're going to sign our name right under our picture, and we're going to move on to the last part. In this part, we're basically going to be drawing things that we love surrounding us. So, for example, I really like axolotls, I like playing piano, which is this next thing. And I'm going to try to draw little cartoons and doodles of things that I love, just to remind myself of my identity and the things that I choose to surround myself with. And they're definitely going to be different than mine, but this is just what I did, so yeah. I really like the beach, so I'm adding some waves. I also really like the sky. I like sunsets, as you may know already. I like all times of day, the sky. I also really like frogs. I just think they're really cute, so that's why I'm adding that. I'm adding a little flower here because I also really love flowers. I just think they're really pretty. Adding some hearts and stuff all around. This is a person jumping off a diving board because, I like diving and I'm a diver. This is a pen and pencil to represent my drawing because, I like to draw. This is a mushroom, and to be honest, I don't even really like to eat mushrooms that much. I really think that the mushroom pattern is really cute. Here's some boba, because who doesn't like boba? And basically, you're just gonna keep filling this frame with things that you love and things that you love to do.
Wasn't that fun? Now you have your very own self-portrait to remind you of your unique identity. Thank you, and see you next time.